John Routh is the executive director of the UM Sports Hall of Fame and Museum. But maybe more importantly, he was one of the greatest mascots in the history of sports. Actually, he's been a number of the greatest mascots in the history of sports, and he's been on the show a number of times. He also has season tickets to the Masters, but that's another story. So this Sunday night at Hard Rock Stadium, Sebastian the Ibis, made famous by John Routh, will be inducted into the Mascot Hall of Fame. Now, I don't admittedly follow the Mascot Hall of Fame too much. Has Sebastian been snubbed for a long time? Is this long overdue?
Well, I think it's long overdue. He has been up a couple of times and been voted on. One year, actually, I had Cocky, Sebastian the Ibis, and Billy the Marlin all up for nomination, and unfortunately, none of them made it. But I do have today, I have a Hockman, Crowder et al. Show. So, what's the word I'm looking for?
So
announce the jacket. This is the world premiere of the Sebastian the Ibis Mascot Hall of Fame jacket that will be presented to him Saturday night at halftime.
What is that on the pocket there?
That is the Mascot Hall of Fame logo.
Okay, it looked like Cookie Monster to me, but it's
the Mascot Hall of Fame has its own mascot. It's called Reggie, which is named after Raymond Entertainment Group. Dave Raymond.
Where is the Mascot Hall of Fame located?
Well, unfortunately, now it's only online. They had a facility in Whiting, Indiana, but some oil company bought out the building and the property, and they had to close. So they're looking for somebody to win the Powerball and build a building somewhere.
Oh, I mean, how much space do they need? I could probably put it somewhere like I don't know, maybe Ryan at Funky Buddha has in the barrel room. What if we turn that in the barrel room / Mascot Hall of Fame?
That could work.
Just spitballing. Anything could happen.
Yeah,
no, so is Cocky the Gamecock in the Mascot Hall of Fame?
No, Cocky is not in, and neither is Billy the Marlin.
Interesting.
But yeah, Saturday night at halftime, keep your seats.
Sunday night. Don't go to
Sunday
night.
Excuse me. Yes, I'm so used to Saturday. But I actually did a video that is going to introduce the ceremony. You'll see up on the big jumbotron, scare the crap out of the kids. So we have actually 20 former Sebastians coming back.
Wow.
We'll all be out on the field, and Sebastian will be given his jacket. Reggie, the mascot of the Mascot Hall of Fame, will be there. And so, yeah, it's going to be kind of a fun ceremony.
John, what are the judges judging upon? Because way back when you were Sebastian, everybody knew the crazy cane that turns his beach. Who is in the damn Mascot Hall of Fame before Sebastian?
Well, go to mascothallofame.com and you can see. But no, there's a lot of, obviously the chicken. And actually this year, Sebastian is the only college mascot. There are 4 mascots, one from the NFL, MLB, NBA, and NHL. Is that all 4? Whatever the 4 major leagues are. And so it's kind of an honor this year that he's the only college mascot. There are other college mascots that have been inducted in the past, and Albert's not there, sorry. Alberta actually was up a couple of years ago.
Albert?
Hey, man, Alberta has no energy. Albert's doing backflips. Alberta's standing there with the bow in her head. I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of Alberta.
It's really cool, though. This is, like I say, long overdue. Now, do you think Sebastian maybe didn't get in the first couple of times because of his arrest record? Which is your fault.
He was detained. He was never arrested.
Right. Because Crowder, famously fell from the first round to the third round based on, the thought that he might be a problem. Could you have tainted Sebastian's opportunity of getting in the Mascot Hall of Fame earlier had you not been detained in Tallahassee?
I hope not. But, obviously that's an iconic photo, which for those who are watching on YouTube can see.
Look at that. That is such a great moment. Is that your greatest moment as a mascot? Because, you've played a number of mascots. Is that the greatest moment?
Well, probably the most infamous. Well, of course, then there was opening day of '97 when the guy parachuting in lost Billy the Marlin's head. That got coverage on ESPN. Dan Patrick would open up the Marlins segment every night with Bring Me the Head of Billy the Marlin. We played that up for a couple of months. But yeah, no, I've had some. And of course, at Miami Maniac, we had the Maniac Wedding, which
I remember that.
ESPN covered for 13 minutes. And I'm in Kenai, Alaska, in the middle of nowhere. And put my arm around, as the Maniac, put my arm around some girl in the stands, and this little kid from 3 or 4 rows back goes, "Hey, Maniac, I'm going to tell your wife I saw your wedding." I'm like, Kenai, Alaska, how do they speak that?
Yeah, Alberta would tighten up Albert.
Well, I don't think Alberta was around when I was doing Sebastian. I might have hit on her a couple of times.
I don't know. Is it possible for Sebastian and Alberta to mate? I don't even know if it's possible.
I watch.
Well, you know, you go into Everglades and you see these birds sitting on the back of alligators, you know, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Don't know what
anything could happen. I mean, right time, right moment. I don't count anything out. That was my only hope in college. Well, let's just let's give it a wing and a prayer and see if this pans out to anything.
Thursday night at Tony Roma's, you never know what you're going home with.
Brooks Reed working his magic on the keyboard. I mean, anything can happen. You get that onion loaf, you never know what's going to go on. So tell everybody again, John Routh, who played Sebastian the Ibis back when I was going to UM. In 87 to 91. Sunday night, Hard Rock Stadium, Sebastian the Ibis goes into the Mascot Hall of Fame. This is a halftime presentation?
Halftime ceremony, so keep your seats at halftime. Yeah, it'll be the first thing before the band of the hour. And,
very cool.
It'll be a cool little thing.
All right. I imagine you're excited, and we congratulate you. Obviously, this is maybe the first of a few that'll be going in.
Someday. I can't wait for Freddie the Flamingo to get in.
Oh, from Hialeah? Yeah.
Hey, John, I've been doing this training camp tour with the podcast I'm on, and the mascots come up and they give you 5, and some of them I'll be like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And you hear this deep voice, or some of them are women. They're, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, big fan." Or you hear, "Oh, what's up, brother?" Blah, blah, blah. Then some of them ignore the hell out of you. Is there any rules of speaking as the mascot?
Well, I mean, you're really not supposed to, but obviously, you know, I would do it on the sidelines at the Orange Bowl. You know, I got to know some of the cops, so you know, always looking for protection. And but then again, not only protection, but sometimes they needed to take me away. But, you know, sometimes you talk to some of the people on the sidelines, or the celebrities like yourself, you know, but you're not supposed to. At least
you have an affect, though, an affect on your voice. Like, did you have a special Sebastian voice, a special Billy the Marlin voice?
I really didn't. No, I mean, I would just talk to, you know, I wouldn't talk 99% of the time, but like if I needed somebody to help me with something, I'd walk over and go, "Hey, you know, can you help me with this?" Or "That guy over there is, you know, cop. That guy's harassing me. Can you do something?" But the only time that the Miami Maniac spoke was at his wedding, and he only had 2 words, and he just went, "I do."
Really? That was the Maniac voice at the wedding?
Yeah, that was it. And it hurts my throat every time I do that.
Interesting. Interesting choice for the Miami Maniac.
You had to come up with something, but we actually, now that I think about it, we did a video back in the 80s for the Golden Canes when they first started them in 85, I believe it was. And so they had me as Sebastian, you know, introducing different sports and things. And so I was just kind of doing a goofy voice like this with Sebastian and the Beaks bouncing around, you know, and I don't know whatever happened to that video, but I hate to see it nowadays because 1980s technology, it was pretty rough.
I'm trying to figure out like what should Sebastian's voice be?
Well, you know, I wore the chest protector. I was called kind of my inner tube that pumped up the, you know, that's what the 2 costumes felt different. The Maniac hung off my shoulders and kind of do. And but the Ibis had that chest protector, so I felt tough. And so, I mean, I think Sebastian should have a tough, rough voice.
Because like, should it sound more like Howard Schnellenberger or more like Michael Irvin?
Good question. Maybe a combination of the 2.
Yeah, I don't know. It needs like I can't, as I'm spitballing here thinking about it.
It's still a bird. He can't have a Forrest Whitaker voice. He's a bird.
A bird? A bird. You're calling Sebastian the Ibis just a bird. Sebastian the Ibis smoked a pipe, had scars on his face back in the day. I mean, Sebastian the Ibis was a man, was a hurricane. That's why he's going. We don't need to hear about Albert and Alberta, who were just whatever they were. Nobody even knows what they are.
Slimy
was more
reptiles.
than just a bird. Don't let him do that to you, John. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate. John Routh and all the Sebastian. What's the plural of Ibis? Ibi? All the Sebastian the Ibi. There at Hard Rock Stadium Sunday night. The Mascot Hall of Fame induction. You see the jacket behind John Routh. So Sebastian will wear that jacket on Sunday night?
He will be presented the jacket. I believe he may even get a ring. I'm not sure, but
wow, very cool. So it'll happen at halftime of the Canes Notre Dame game. And you can watch it if you're there. Don't leave your seats at halftime unless you're going to Cracked to get some delicious food, Crowder, which is Crowder's restaurant at the stadium. That would be the only excuse to miss out on the halftime.
I'll have to try it out after the ceremony.
Go there as Sebastian the Ibis in the jacket. John, we appreciate your time. Congrats and have fun on Sunday night.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Always great talking to you.